Popular radio host Charlemagne the God says that the Democratic Party has a new messenger to lead the party out from the abyss.
Jasmine Crockett is actually what the Democrats should be leaning into, because she is a phenomenal messenger. And some people just got it. Like, some people just have a different anointing on them. She is the most effective messenger that the Democratic Party has right now. And they need to be using her as a Trojan horse.
She's a phenomenal messenger. Well, watch how Crockett blames the wrong party for how emails involving Jeffrey Epstein were released.
Epstein is emailing Maxwell saying that Trump was with a victim at his house for several hours. This is an email from April 2nd, 2011. Republicans are saying that that victim is Virginia Giuffre. As you know, she died by suicide. She's been very outspoken victim of Jeffrey Epstein. Here's the email right here on your screen. She wrote a book, as you know, and she did not accuse him of any wrongdoing. What do you make of that? And can you confirm that?
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, it's redacted who the victim is, so I won't necessarily take the Republicans' word on who it is that's redacted. And I don't know why they would necessarily redact someone's name who is deceased at this point.
The Democrats did that, though. The Democrats redacted.
No, I understand.
Here's the CNN host pressing her with the facts. And check out some of her recent messaging about the shutdown and MAGA women.
I'm not mad at air traffic controllers. I'm not mad at any federal workers except for the ones that have continued to get paid, which means it's like me and my coworkers.
You know a MAGA woman when you see one.
1000%.
They all have a look, right?
Bag,
but they lips be up to anyway. That's a whole other issue.
Let's bring in the co-host of the Sincerely American podcast, my friend Jamie Franklin. You know, Jamie, as I hear that, I don't know that a phenomenal messenger is attacking other women for their looks.
It's crazy. And, you know, Jasmine Crockett, I think, is really unbecoming of her position in Congress. She's very ill-mannered. I mean, she allegedly is abusive towards her staff. We saw her lying on CNN. And, you know, I think it's funny that Democrats want to put her up as the face of the party. And as a Republican, I'm like, all power to you. Please make Jasmine Crockett the face of the Democratic Party. And look, I think she's trying to do a run down in Texas for John Cornyn's seat, but good luck to that. President Trump won that state by 14 points. And I think she's following in a certain path similar to a Beto O'Rourke or a Cori Bush, where, you know, the media astroturfs these like very loud leftist types, but I think she's going to fade into obscurity just like they did.
Yeah, I do think she's going to make that state run, like you suggest. And I want you to check out this. I couldn't believe this. Hasn't gotten any coverage, but it's deserving of it. This is an insane Vogue headline that I saw. Is having a boyfriend embarrassing now? Okay, apparently it's embarrassing. And listen to this quote. Why does having a boyfriend feel Republican? Read a top comment. Boyfriends are out of style. They won't come back until they start acting right. Read another with thousands of likes. Those were posts. So my producer, Jake, I don't think he'd mind me sharing. He said, I hope that's not true, that Republicans, that boyfriends are out of style.
Yeah, you know, they don't want you to get married and they don't want you to have family. That's first and foremost what the progressive movement is all about. And there's really a recession with relationships in my generation and Gen Z. And I think this is because there's a lot of factors at play, but I really believe this is feminism. Because before the advent of the second wave and third wave feminism, you had traditional values, traditional gender roles. It was pretty clear. There was no confusion. Bring in feminism, you had women now wanting to be treated like men, and they started acting like men. Hookup culture exploded. Now situationships are the norm. Chivalry is out the door, and everybody is so miserable for it. So I really think as conservatives, we need to tackle the culture on this issue, especially with young women. We need to be leading women and showing, just like you and I do. We're married, we're moms, we love our career, but this is the best thing in the world. It's the most fulfilling role to have. And I think if we're able to do that, we're going to see women ultimately start voting more Republican.
I think it's such an important message. And to your point, we have the cover of The Economist, which I read. It's the relationship recession. We'll put it up. And the data bears out exactly what you're saying, that across America, 41% of women, 50% of men in the age of 25 to 34 were single in 2023. I'm wondering if you could talk just from a personal level, being a young mom, a young wife, a working woman. It is possible to do all things.
It is. America's the greatest country on earth. I got married at 23. I had my daughter, Vivian. I love her at 24 years old. She's so special to me and Drake, my husband. And I'm really thankful that I have a husband who also works in politics, and he's so supportive of me with my career and like encourages me to do it all. He's watching my daughter right now so I could come up and do the show. And I just want to be positive at the end of the day. The left is so negative. They're so nihilistic. They're like, we hate all men. We hate America. And that's the exact opposite that I want to do with my podcast, Sincerely American, and the Conservatoire. I just want to show that America is a beautiful place where you can achieve it all and live a wonderful life, especially with God. That's a big component of it.
Absolutely. It's so true. Sean's watching my kids right now, too. So there are great husbands who can step in and help. Last point, I want to bring up this Gallup poll, which I couldn't believe. It's a graphic. It shows 40% of young women want to leave the United States in 2025. 10% wanted to leave in 2014. So now young women just want to leave the country entirely?
I mean, don't they always say this, though, after Trump's elected? We're leaving. Where are they going? This is absolutely ridiculous. But I will say, there is a big issue right now with affordability in our country, with my generation in particular. And you're kind of seeing a lot of people talk about the American dream dying. And President Trump has done a lot of work with the economy, but Joe Biden wreaked havoc on it for 4 years. So there's still a lot to be done. And you look right now at home ownership rates. I think this is a big part of the nihilism going on. First-time home buyers are now, for the first time, over the age of 40. You look back in the 80s and the 90s, where a lot of people in their 20s were able to do that and have a family. But I think with the big, beautiful bill, I think you're going to see our economy get back into shape. And this is my main message for Gen Z. Stop voting for socialism if you want prices to come down. Every single thing the government touches, the prices will go up. So what we need to do is deregulate this economy. And also, we need to look at our immigration, too, because this is an easy supply and demand type situation. So we need to make sure young people are happy, buying houses, having a good jobs, having family before we're taking in everybody else from around the world. We need to put our own citizens first.
It's so well said. And Charlie Kirk made that point, that when you have a home ownership crisis, kids flock towards socialism, which is not the answer, as you so eloquently pointed out. Jamie Franklin, we worked in the White House together. We're at Fox News. It all comes full circle. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.